I haven't made a video in ages again. But between that time, I have been to a retro video games market where I picked up just a small spattering of old games I used to own, and I think one I've never owned. And also since March of this year, I've been picking up a ton of Switch games I've been meaning to buy. So let's show them off. Alright, so at the games market, the first game I picked up, well, I say the first one of the games I picked up was Tokyo Highway Challenge on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, I never actually owned this back in the day, but I did play it on demo, and I'm sure a lot of my friends had it as well. But the reason why I picked this up, because this era of that generation for me is just, you know how much I love it. But I just love the nighttime glows of this era of games. I should do a video on that, shouldn't I? I shouldn't say that out loud, but I'm going to. Yes, anyway, Tokyo Highway Challenge, decent racer. Not the best one on the Dreamcast, that goes to MSR people, but still, nice pickup I got there. Next one is Strikers 1945 2. Now, I did own this back in the day. I must have traded it in. Strikers 1945 1 and 2 are two of my favorite shooters ever. I don't know why I picked this back up on the PS1. It's the weaker version. I should have got the Saturn version. Maybe I will one day of Strikers, because the Saturn always just ran shoot 'em ups just better from my experience. But yeah, old game picked up, re-picked up back there. Another game we picked up is MechaSoul 2. I probably, the original Xbox, I got history with it, as some of my friends will know. And as much as I might have hated on this console back in the day, I did still, amass a library of games for it. I'll show my collection one day. But anyway, pick that back up. Decent mech game there. I love my mech games. The game I didn't own back in the day was Sonic Spinball. I obviously played it back then. I think my friend Joseph had it actually. Was it Joseph? I can't remember. Anyway, Sonic Spinball. It's not amazing, but you know what? Seeing this in magazines back in the day, I did always want it. And that cartridge, people, is the wrong way around. When you own a Mega Drive, right? You see the insides there? They always face inwards like that. That's the law of the 16-bit age. And if you didn't put your cartridges in that way, okay, then you weren't a true Mega Drive player. That's how you wouldn't do it. Anyway, Sonic Spinball. Decent collection. Decent condition, should I say. Go with my very big Mega Drive collection. Mega Drive I love. And stick with Sega. I picked up Shinobi quite recently. My Master System 2 was my very first Sega system back in 1990. I got my Master System 2. And I didn't have loads of games from Master System, but Shinobi was definitely one of the games I had back then, and I loved this game. Just love this Shinobi series in general. But yeah, once again, nice and complete. Decent condition. Another Master System game, original Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what happened. I only paid 12 quid for that. But we could take that off now. Nice and cheap, £12. Nothing. What's that? $13, $14 these days? Nothing. But yeah, I don't know what happened to my many of my original Master System games. But anyway, I had to pick this one back up. I got Sonic 2 upstairs, another one of my favorite Master System games, but I love the original as well. And finally, from the games market, I picked up Black again. Now, I did actually used to have this on the original Xbox. I don't know why I went with the PS2 version when I picked this up. I think I just saw it. It was crazy cheap. I think it was only like £3 or something like that. And I know the Xbox version runs this better, but do you know what? I'll have another quick blast on this. I'll check out the PS2 version. If it annoys me that much in terms of how it runs on the PS2, then maybe I'll pick up the original Xbox version again. But yeah, Black is a great shooter. Nice destructible environments back then, similar to like Red Faction and stuff. But yeah, definitely a game worth playing. So. Yeah, those were my my games market pickups this year. Not loads again, but certainly games that I used to own. And I think there's only one game that I never actually owned myself. But yeah, just picking up some of those old games that I used to own, and I will probably play again. Alright, and now for the Switch stuff, right? Probably what you've probably come to see more of, really. I got quite a few games here, so I'm going to go through quickly with them, so just bear with me. But like I said, these are mostly old games that I've been meaning to pick up. There are one or two newer titles mixed in here, but mostly older games. And like I said, I gave myself a £50 budget, and each month I could probably pick up 2 or 3 games. Many of these Switch games are so cheap now. Any that you're looking at are so affordable. If you want any, I would say pick them up now, because they're just super cheap. And I mean, like, sometimes £12, £15, and some months maybe I just get one game that might cost me £35 or £40. But honestly, most of the time these were below the £20 mark. But anyway, let's get into it. First game, in no particular order, I picked up Klonoa. Now, Klonoa 2 was actually one of the first games I actually got with my PS2. I think I still got my PS2 receipt, and that game is still named on there. But yeah, I don't own Klonoa 1 on the PS1, but I thought, you know, these two games together, a nice little package there. You know, they will. I've already, you know, just had a little dabble on them. You know, I've already played them before. Great games. Had to own them. Next game is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Yeah, you know, obviously I got this, you know, if there's no cards in there, because I might have been playing them. Comes with some little stickers there of graffiti. Obviously, I'm a massive Jet Set Radio fan. Of course, I'm a Sega fan. And as soon as I found out that Hideki Naganuma, who has done a soundtrack for Jet Set Radio 1 and 2, was doing the soundtrack for this game, I had to get it. Now, I've actually played this game quite a lot. I've gotten quite far into it. In my opinion, it doesn't touch Jet Set Radio in terms of quality, in terms of vibe, in terms of just the aesthetics and stuff. You could very much tell this is an indie game. But what the team have done with this game is still fantastic. It's still a good game. I do recommend it. Next game is Disney's Illusion Island. Now, I bought this for me and my kids to play. 2 of my kids abandoned me, but my youngest started playing this with me. And you know what? This is a solid platformer, people. Lovely art style. It might not look it in trailers, but when you see it moving, you're playing it. Lovely art style. Great platformer. Like I said, started playing this with my youngest, who's 10 years old. We've both been enjoying it. Good game. Next up, we got No More Heroes 3. Got the other 2 No More Heroes on the Wii. Of course, love a bit of Travis. I don't know why it took me so long to pick up this game. I mean, the trailer for this game was just absolutely hilarious. Look at the inside of this case, man. Whoa, so good. I know that's like his best friend turn, you know, alien there who turns the bad guy and stuff. But the trailer was amazing. I will eventually get around to playing this game, and I think it looks great. So yeah, No More Heroes 3. Next game is Death's Door. Now this game looked absolutely stunning. I'm a massive fan of these old school isometric top-down games, hack and slashes, shooters, however you want to put them. One recent indie game, Hyperlight Drifter, was absolutely immense. This reminded me of Hyperlight. But yeah, Death's Door looks incredible. Check out the trailers. I highly recommend checking it out. Next one is Diofield Chronicle. I'm trying to get through as many of these AA Square games as I can. The Octopath games, Triangle Strategies, the Bravely Defaults, all these games, because this is when Square at their best, when they're making these AA quality games. And this was so cheap, I just thought, I'll get around to it eventually, pick it up, I'll play it. Another game, Cuphead. Pretty old now, but yeah, this comes with some extras as well. I only started like the first level in this, and it is pretty difficult. But to say that already, I'm quite an old school gamer, so I don't know how hard it really is. But obviously, a lot of people say it is hard. But anyway, I will eventually get around to playing Cuphead. Wanted the physical, picked it up. Next game, New Super Lucky's Tale. Now, I have started this. As you can see, I've started a lot of these games just to try them out, to see which ones I want to settle on. But I've been so impressed with New Super Lucky's Tale as a platformer. Controls brilliantly, great ideas. I love animal mascot characters. We need more of this stuff. Love it. Pick it up, people. Crosscode, I'm an old 16-bit, 8-bit dude. This is a 16-bit homage RPG. I say RPG. It's more like Hyperlight Drifter again, and Death's Door. We're leveling up the stuff, but this game looked absolutely incredible. I know it's reviewed well, so yeah, another game I just need to get around to playing. Sayonara Wild Hearts, I consider a modern day masterpiece. Now, I already had this on digital. Every single person in this house have absolutely rinsed this game. The soundtrack is impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. And the art style is incredible. It's just a stunning game. I just had to have the physical. And this was, I think it was like less than £10. So cheap to pick up the physical. I just had to own it because it's such a quality game. Next up is Cotton Fantasy. I have never played a Cotton game before. I love my shooters. How could I have never played a Cotton game before? But here we are, Cotton Fantasy. I've actually completed this. As we know with all shooters, they're evergreen. But I have actually played through the main story, and it's a great shooter. The type of game where your points are massed. As long as you don't get any continues, your points continue. But so that's one of the challenges for it. But yeah, lovely 2.5D art style on this game. A tiny bit of a bullet hell, but not too bullet hell that puts me off. But yeah, and it's hilarious as well. Cotton is absolutely hilarious. So yeah, great shooter. Next up is Ghost Song, and yeah, you know me, I'm a Metroid dude. I mean, look at this game. It's clearly Metroid. I'm a Castlevania dude, but this is Metroid inspired. And look at these indie games, man. They come with like lovely maps and stuff like that, lovely insides, and God, we're lovely. To be hand on heart, the art style for this, at least the way the characters move, I'm not like 100% in love with, but it's still a very, very beautiful looking game, and I think it's gonna have a great atmosphere to it. So yeah, Ghost Song. And then we got Cadence of Hyrule. I mean, I just had to pick this up. I don't know why it took me so long to get this game. It's a Zelda game and a rhythm game. I love my rhythm games. And have a rhythm Zelda game is it's just, yeah, perfect to me. I don't think I own Crypt and the Necrodancer on Steam. I don't think I ever owned it. No, I don't. But anyway, got this. Started it once again to see what it's like. Very cool. We'll eventually get around to playing it. Another indie game I've been desperate to play is Eastward. My friend Robert Gaming With Me has actually completed this on his channel. Go and check out the video. But yeah, Eastward, once again, beautiful pixel art style. You know, it kind of reminds me of oh god, my mind's gone blank. The farming game Stardew Valley. But I mean, this is graphically much better than Stardew Valley, but it kind of reminds me of that. But anyway, Eastward, I can't wait to play this eventually. One game I should have bought at launch, and I can't believe I never, is Tetris Effect. Now, I'm a massive Tetris fan, but I wanted the Switch version of this game. And this one, the Switch version of this game in physical form, only released on limited run, I believe. But yeah, you know, it's look at a nice little booklet in there, beautiful. Yeah, I just wanted this in handheld mode more than anything else, just to casually play Tetris. But I've been through the main campaign on this game, and I completely understand all the hype around it. Visually and audio-wise, you know, Tetsuya, my brain, Res Dudes, Tetsuya Mitsuguchi, thank you, that's who he is. Yeah, soundtrack again, you know me, I'm a massive Res fan. But yeah, this is incredible, absolutely incredible. Probably my second or third favorite Tetris, straight away. Next up, we got Dodonpachi Daiojo, I think it's pronounced. I'm quite... I've played the original Donpachi, and I've also played Dodonpachi in the arcades. I play him a lot on MAME, so I am very familiar with the series. Never got to own a copy. This is my first ever copy of a Dodonpachi game. And I've already actually completed this tonight. And it's stunning. It's everything that I wanted. This is as bullet hell as I like to get with shooters. You know, I played this on easy first, because if you play these games on normal, they're just ridiculous. But it's as bullet hell as I can get. But absolutely stunning game. Cannot recommend enough. Yeah, great. Next up, we got Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. As you can see, this one is still factory sealed. I haven't even turned this on yet. But I never got to play Shadow of the Ninja back in the day on the NES. But I did get to play it a bit with Retro, Legend of Retro, when we played on the NES online. But this remaster looked beautiful. So yeah, I had to pick that up. I love these old games. And a very similar game is the Ninja Saviors, which also released in the arcades and on the SNES. Once again, beautiful 2D art style. I just love old school, side-scrolling beat 'em ups. What can I say? I had to get it. Super cheap. One of my favorite arcades and SNES games is Wild Guns. It's just Wild Guns, but this is Wild Guns Reloaded. I love this game so much. Played it an absolute ton back in the day. I had to pick up this remake physically. I didn't want to get it digitally. I had to get it physical. Super cheap. Picked it up. Another classic, one of my favorite shooters ever, is Batsugun. Never owned this on the Saturn. I should have got it back in the day, but this is the Saturn tribute, and it is beautiful. I've already blasted through this countless times already. I absolutely love this game. Some people say this was the start of the modern day bullet hell. I can understand it, but at the same time, this is still very classic vertical shooter. Batsugun is, if you love shooters, it's a must play. Next up is Unicorn Overlord. Now, I didn't actually buy this one. My friend very kindly got it for my birthday this year. I said I was going to play it straight away. I haven't actually started it yet. I'm a huge fan of Atlas, and I say a huge fan of Atlas. Absolutely stunning. Unicorn Overlord. As soon as I saw the trailer for it, I had to own this. I'm so glad I got it. Another game is Tunic. Now, I mean, this is one of the best Switch physical versions I've got. It's got tons of maps, booklets, everything. Tunic, as soon as we all saw it, we all went, Zelda as a fox, yes please, thank you very much. And I think this game has been given great reviews. This is one I want to really sit down with and dedicate time with, because I think it's going to be something special. But yeah, finally picked up a nice physical of Tunic. Once again, not expensive, people, I'm telling you, so cheap. The other game my friend bought me for my birthday was Dave the Diver, and I'll tell you right now, I know very little about it. I have seen it, but I know very little about it. I've been absolutely addicted to Subnautica over the last good few months, probably longer than that. So another game underwater, and I love my underwater games. I will give it a go, Dave the Diver. More recent game I bought, because both me and my wife love the series, is Endless Ocean Luminous. My wife has started, I started a little bit. I'm not sure if it'll hold up to the Wii versions, but for what we played so far, it still looks visually very nice, very calming as always, and I need to play this online eventually. So yeah, Endless Ocean Luminous. More recent title. And another recent title I picked up was Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I did the whole intro to this just to see what it's like. Pretty impressed so far. I'm as old school Prince of Persia as it comes. So whenever we get a new game, I got to try it. But yeah, it's meant to be great. For what I played, like I said, it seems amazing already. Another game I wanted to pick up for ages was Sakuna of Rise and Ruin. Reminds me of Goemon a bit. I don't call him Goemon, I've always called him Goemon. But yeah, it mixes in a bit of Harvest Moon and stuff, with a bit of combat. But anyway, yeah, Sakuna looked great, and I will play that eventually. Another more recent game, but this was in a sale very recently, Sea of Stars. Now we all know, what we love about this game is that the fact that it reminds us of Chrono Trigger, and it's got the composer behind it. Sea of Stars. What more can I say? I had to pick it up. Another game that was on sale super cheap recently is Celeste. Once again, factory sealed. I opened this. Everyone raved about this game. I got it so cheap. I was like, come on, let's see what it's all about. So another indie game, Celeste. You should know all about it. Another game I've been meaning to pick up for ages is Lumo. Old school puzzle isometric. I'm a huge fan of the Solstice series on the NES and the SNES. Got them both. And this is obviously a homage to that series as well. So I'm glad I finally got Lumo, because I love these games. Just love them to death. Next we have Pac-Man Museum. Now I actually bought this for one game. I wanted a physical copy of Pac-Man Championship, which is there. Pac-Man Championship Edition. Because Pac-Man Championship Edition, I think, is one of the best modern updates to any classic game ever. And Championship Edition 2 is fantastic as well. That's not on here, the first Championship Edition. I prefer the first Championship Edition. Actually, on my very first video ever, you probably see gameplay footage of Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. But I just wanted a physical version of it. And I just love Pac-Man anyway, so I've played Pac-Man all my life. So to have a bunch of these games and a physical Championship Edition, thank you very much. And finally, the last game, Pepper Grinder. Factory sealed once again. I haven't opened it yet, but Pepper Grinder looks so much fun. So much fun. It's the type of game that you would see on the SNES and stuff. If you've played Ori and the Blind Forest, or is it Will of the Wisp that the move is in? You got like this drilling move where you could like drill through the sand and like burst out of it and stuff. That's almost similar to what Pepper Grinder is doing. But yeah, check out the footage for this game. It looks so good. And once again, super duper cheap. So yeah, that's it, people. Those are all the games I picked up. Obviously that's a serious amount of games. Crom knows how long it'll take me to finish them. But you know what? It's great to know that the next Nintendo console will be backwards compatible with the Switch, because the Switch library, people, is absolutely redonk. And as crazy as it sounds, I'm nowhere near done with picking up, the back catalogue of games that I haven't just gotten around to buying yet. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I will be back very soon with a few of my general discussions, which I've been meaning to have for a while. But as we're creeping into the Christmas season as well, I'll try and get another Christmas video out. But yeah, thanks for listening. See any games you like? Let me know in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for listening. Take care all, and peace.